This book is one of the most heartbreaking but powerful books I have ever read. I am a white woman. I went to school here in Milan, which has been consistently 98% white my entire life. I had no idea the things that people had to go through who didn't get to grow up as privileged as we are.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
You read the book and her spelling is wrong, and the way that she phrases things is wrong in the beginning because she is illiterate and she can't read and she can't write, and she does everything she can to get into good schools and better schools, schools that are meant to help teenage girls who can't read and can't write. And
They shared, "I do not read at grade level." I was shocked. "What do you mean?" My kid then shared with me, a while back in English class, the teacher gave the whole class a test. We got them back the other day. Nobody really explained the numbers or what they meant, but mine were much lower than my peers. So I Googled the test name and my score. Okay. I'm 5 grades behind in reading. How did I miss this? I have 4 kids, 2 formally diagnosed. I do everything right. The truth is, this district missed it. These walls, these teachers, Milan missed it.
This book about this girl who brought herself up when she was brought down by her family and forgotten about her schools and forgotten about her community and had to walk to school and had to get change enough to be able to get food and needed to borrow a pencil from somebody so that...
George Elder. I was wondering if we could look into the middle school lunches, because my daughter's packing double lunch for a girl that gets free lunch and the lines are too long. And you know, I'd hate to see somebody go without chow because they're not having time to get in line for the lunches. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Elder.
And when Mrs. McElvaney came up here and she was reading the descriptions of these books and these excerpts, I felt ill, and that's why I wanted to read them, because I wanted to know the basis behind what these stories are.
Before my time starts, I just want to let anyone who has kids know that they probably should leave the room. That's just fair warning. Okay. I'm just, okay. All right, exactly. All right, so I know in book number 1, Push. This story is about a 7-year-old little girl being raped continuously by her mother and father. My daddy stinks. The white shit drips off his dick. Lick it. I hate that, but then I feel the hot cha-cha feeling when he's inside me. A girl having her father's dick in her mouth knows things that other girls don't know. My hand is going through the smell of Mama. My hand is pushing Daddy's dick out of my face. Mama pushes my head down in her. I gag from the smell. Daddy pops my pussy in and out, and I come. He bites me hard. He slaps my thighs like cowboys do horses on TV. I shiver. He orgasms in me. His body is shaking. My pussy is popping like grease in a frying pan. His dick is soft. He starts sucking my titties. I hate it. Afterwards, I go to the bathroom and I smear shit on my face.
And to show our support of our library staff as they continue to endure baseless accusations of pushing pornography on our children. The rhetoric online around this has become so escalated and so derogatory toward our library staff that I fear it's become more than reckless, that it's now become dangerous. And I'm concerned that social media sites that post about this frequently, calling anyone who supports schools earning books that they personally don't approve of, quote, perverts, disgusting, groomers, pedophiles, sick, twisted, and predators, that these sites might, through this repeated misinformation and defamation, convince a follower that they should act on their inflamed anger, and I fear that someday our staff might be physically targeted. I hope it never comes to that, but it is a very real concern that I have. So,
For those that don't know, Let Them Play is this, in my opinion, this group that got started as a way to combat the state of Michigan COVID restrictions. In my opinion, it seems to have shifted to Let Them Pray, which is has nothing, the group doesn't seem to have anything to do with fighting COVID restrictions. In fact, it appears that the focus has changed to this false narrative that books in our library are pornographic and that certain books are intended to indoctrinate or groom students. The books and the short verses that you quote are not required reading. The parents are getting parental choice. The students are getting student choice on what they want to read and not read, just like they have the ability to read things on their cellular phone, just like they have the ability to get on their laptop computers. If you want to manage what they read and not read, do that as a parent. Don't have them check out the books that you don't support. And these books that you have quoted, I doubt very much that you've read all of them from the first page into the last page. So I'm going to just move on. By the way, for those interested, some of these books have been in our library since 2017, 2019. To date, there's not been one single book challenge on any of these books that some of these folks are coming to the microphone speaking about.
Read the book.